It is Walmart here in this breakfast in America. It's morning in America here. It's COVID central here. And it is coming down here on this December day in Withersfield, Connecticut here. It's not far from the hotels and motels dot the street here along the commercial district of Silas Dean Highway. Hey. I am here to get out from the cold and the wind and the rain here and not be hassled. Good morning, honey. Not be pushed along here by neighbors and volunteers here. But I'm here to make a point. I never worked at Walmart. I never had the pleasure, the honor, what have you, of working at Walmart. I hear they pay pretty well, and yada, yada, yada. As a young boy, morning, sir. As a young boy, in graduate school in Arizona, I worked at Target. And now this was before really Walmart came about. I was a Target boy. I shopped and worked at Target in not Withersfield, Connecticut, but Mesa, Arizona. Just as white, just as brown. And I worked in the shipping department as a graduate student, making, just gas cash, as you would say today, maybe. Just a few bucks on the side to help supplement my student loans that I was using to pay for my housing, food, and stuff. The people I met in Target were just phenomenal. It was great young people, and it was like quite the summer, I'll say, for this white boy, 20-something. Anyways, I say this now because when I was working at Target, there was, during Christmas, there was a big thing. It was the Cabbage Patch doll era. It was the era of the Cabbage Patch doll. And everybody had to have, every child needed a Cabbage Patch doll. And so if you worked at a place like Target, you were on the end. Because, especially, of course, a woman, if you worked, it was like, it's like, hey, I know the guy in receiving, he's going to put aside a Cabbage Patch doll for me. And so, my child, my niece, aunt, whatever, it's like, will get their Cabbage Patch doll. It was a thing with, girls, I guess. It was like, hey, I don't want my child to go without the Cabbage Patch doll. And so you had an in if you worked at a place like Walmart or Target in the day to get the property you need so the child is happy on Christmas Day. There was also, around that time of the Cabbage Patch, and certainly not as in demand as Cabbage Patch, but there was also a doll that children wanted and the parents bought them, called Chatty Cathy. There was a Chatty Cathy doll. I don't know if you guys remember the Chatty Cathy doll, but it was like the Chatty Cathy doll, and it's like, and I know nothing about it. All I know is like it struck a chord to me in my 20-year-old mind. Just the title of this doll, it's like Chatty Cathy. It's like, and it was popular to some extent, but it was what interested me. And I don't think I was working at Target at the time, or, Walmart was still in the sticks of Arkansas, but it was like, just Chatty Cathy. It's like just this woman that just talks and talks and talks and talks and talks. And my parents moved from the suburbs of Penn Hills to the ghetto, which it was and still is today, of Swissvale, PA, just 7 miles outside of Pittsburgh. When I was like 13, 14 years old, and there was quite a revelation that I knew and that my siblings, young brother and young sister, experienced, because we were still at home when this happened. I mean, the shock between the suburbs and the inner city of Swissvale was, it was just a revelation to us. And my parents, of course, shined it on. It's okay, it's no problem. Yeah, to them, I guess, because